It is finally confirmed. The angels have revealed something about the person you love deeply. Something that has been written in the divine records. Something that will change both of your lives forever. On January 2nd, they will end their life. Not their physical life, but their life of waiting. Their life of uncertainty. Their life of living in the in-between space where they knew they loved you, but did not know how to move forward. On January 2nd, that chapter of their life closes, and a completely new chapter begins. A chapter where they take action, where they make their intentions known, where they pursue you properly in the way that honors God. Let me tell you what's been happening and why January 2nd is the date that heaven has marked as significant. The person you love deeply has been struggling. They have been carrying feelings for you that have consumed their thoughts and filled their prayers. They have been asking God for guidance about whether you are the one He has written for them. They have been watching you, observing your character, noticing how you live your life. And with each passing day, they have become more certain, more convinced, more sure that you are not just someone they are attracted to, but someone God has specifically prepared for them. But certainty about feelings is different from certainty about timing. They have been waiting for a sign from God, waiting for confirmation that now is the right moment to move forward, waiting for circumstances to align, waiting for their own heart to be fully ready, waiting for courage to override fear. And all of this waiting has created a life that feels suspended, a life where they are neither moving forward with you nor moving on from you, a life stuck in a painful space of knowing what they want but not yet having it. This life of waiting has been difficult for them. Every day they wake up thinking about you. Every night they go to sleep wondering when they will finally have the courage to take action. Every prayer includes your name. Every moment of prostration includes a plea for God to make the path clear. They have been living in a constant state of tension between desire and patience, between hope and fear, between wanting to rush forward and wanting to make sure everything is done at the right time and the right way. But something shifted recently. Something happened in the spiritual realm that has set January 2nd as the date when their waiting ends. Maybe they prayed a sticker and received such clear guidance that they could no longer doubt. Maybe they had a conversation with someone wise who gave them the push they needed. Maybe they reached a point financially or emotionally or spiritually where they finally feel ready. Maybe God simply spoke to their heart in the quiet of night and said the time is now. Whatever it was, they have made a decision. By January 2nd, they will end their life of waiting and begin their life of action. What does this mean practically? It means that on or shortly after January 2nd, they're going to take concrete steps toward making you a permanent part of their life. They are going to speak to their family about their intentions to pursue you for marriage. They're going to ask their parents or a trusted elder to approach your family on their behalf. They're going to make their interest in you known in the proper Islamic way. No more hints. No more subtle signals. No more leaving you to wonder how they feel. They are going to be clear, direct, intentional. This decision did not come easily. They have spent weeks, maybe months, wrestling with fear. Fear that you do not feel the same way. Fear that they are not good enough for you. Fear that their family or your family might not approve. Fear that they have waited too long and you have already moved on. Fear that making their feelings known will ruin whatever connection you already have. But they have finally reached a place where their faith is stronger than their fear, where their trust in God's plan is greater than their worry about outcomes, where their desire to honor you properly outweighs their need to protect themselves from potential rejection. The angels have been working behind the scenes, preparing this moment. They have been softening hearts on both sides. They have been removing obstacles that would have prevented this union. They have been speaking to families, creating favorable conditions. They have been arranging circumstances so that when January 2nd comes, when this person finally takes action, everything will flow more smoothly than they expect. What they fear will be difficult, God is making easy. What they worry will meet resistance, God is turning into acceptance. But you need to prepare yourself too. You need to be ready for what is coming. If you have been wondering about this person, if you have been hoping they would make their intentions clear, your prayers are about to be answered. If you have been patient waiting for them to take proper steps, that patience is about to be rewarded. If you have been protecting your heart because you were not sure if they were serious, you are about to receive the clarity you have been seeking. However, you also need to examine your own heart honestly. Do you want this? Do you want to marry this person? Have you been praying about them too? Have you received your own confirmation from God that they are right for you? Or have you been so focused on whether they are interested that you have not stopped to ask yourself whether you are genuinely interested in building a life with them? January 2nd is coming fast. You need to know your own heart before that day arrives. You need to pray a stickera if you have not already done so. You need to ask God to show you clearly whether this person is good for your faith and your future. You need to seek His guidance about whether saying yes to their pursuit will be saying yes to His will for your life. Do not skip this step. Do not assume that just because they are ending their life of waiting, you should automatically end yours. You need your own divine confirmation, your own peace, your own sense that this is right. You also need to involve your family in your prayers and your thinking. Talk to your parents about this person if they do not already know. Prepare them for the possibility that a formal approach might be coming. Ask them to pray for you. Ask them to seek God's guidance on your behalf. Ask them to be open-minded and fair when evaluating this person and their family. Your family's blessing is not just a nice thing to have, it is essential for marriage to have the full favor of God. When January 2nd comes, when this person ends their life of waiting and begins taking action toward you, there will be a moment of truth, a moment where you have to decide how you will respond. Will you be ready to say yes if God has confirmed this is right? Will you have the courage to say no if God has shown you this is not your path? Will you be prepared to engage in the process with wisdom, grace, and faith? Remember that ending their life of waiting does not mean rushing into marriage. It means beginning the proper Islamic process of getting to know each other for marriage. It means having conversations with families present. It means asking important questions about compatibility, values, goals, faith. It means taking time to make sure you are truly suited for each other. It means continuing to pray throughout the process, asking God to make things easy if they are good, and to create obstacles if they are not. The person you love deeply is about to make a move that will change everything. They are ending their season of silence and entering their season of speech. They are ending their time of wondering and entering their time of pursuing. They are ending their life of waiting and beginning their life of intentional action toward building a future with you. January 2nd marks the beginning of something new, something that could lead to the blessed union you have both been praying for. But until that day comes, use this time wisely. Pray more than you have been praying. Seek God more intentionally. Work on yourself so you are ready to be a good spouse if this is what God wills. Heal from any past wounds that might interfere with your ability to build a healthy marriage. Strengthen your faith so you can enter this union as someone who is spiritually grounded. Prepare practically by getting your life in order in whatever ways might need attention. And most importantly, surrender the outcome to God. Yes, January 2nd is coming. Yes, this person is ending their life of waiting. Yes, they are about to take action. But none of that guarantees a specific outcome. God is still sovereign. His will is still supreme. What He has written will happen. What He has not written will not happen, no matter how much either of you wants it. So trust Him. Trust His plan. Trust His timing. Trust His wisdom that is far greater than your understanding. The angels wanted you to know this so you could prepare, so you would not be caught off guard, so you could spend these remaining days in prayer and preparation rather than in ignorance. January 2nd is not far away. Use the time you have been given, and when that day comes, be ready to receive whatever God has ordained with faith, gratitude, and trust.